Hey, what's good, people, man? Platinum Billy Dread. I was watching a video, a recent-ish kind of video with DMX, and I just want to say big love to one of the most realest rappers that were out there. Wasn't afraid to speak from the heart with passion, even if it meant he cried. So I just want to say, rest easy, brother. You done your works, man. But yeah, it was interviewing DMX, and he was recording when he was 17 years old, just as he was about to get into the rap game, as it were. And he had a mentor and producer who, kind of schooled him about the whole business and all of that stuff. And he was with his mentor one day, the producer, and he was just about to smoke a blunt, weed. But unbeknownst to DMX, this mentor had laced the blunt with crack cocaine. And we all know what happened after that. After that, DMX's life kind of spiraled into quote unquote hell. And it was a struggle that he was engaged in for most of his life. And he was saying in an interview, fighting back with tears, saying, why would you do that? Why would you, give me something harmful when I trusted you? 17 years old, why would you do that? I kept saying, why would you do that? And it was kind of heartfelt to watch, man, because you could see the pain, and it got me thinking about this whole level of trust. Because here we are now, 2021, dealing with everything that's going on in the world. And it seems that doctors and, pharmaceutical companies are being given this elevated pedestal. People that we're supposed to trust, but have no scruples, if you like, in advising us to take something that might be harmful. Now, if I just pose a question here and I asked you, would you put the word? No, if I put it like this and say, I honestly believe that most of us value and trust the words coming from a doctor's mouth, those in white coats, before we trust our own bodies or anyone that we love who loves us, that might have an element of wisdom. We're more likely to shut that down and put the doctors and the pharmaceuticals first. A lot of us will probably turn around and say, no, not me. But think about it for a minute, right? The moment our children are born, the baby's fresh in the world, we hand them over to doctors and we trust everything that they say about our baby, despite, even if it doesn't resonate, even if it contradicts our inner gut feeling, particularly as mothers who know their children, our children, better than anyone else. But yet we will still bypass that and hand them over trustingly to a doctor just because they've got a white coat. And the same thing continues as we become adults, whereby we're more likely to second guess our own inner nature or that coming from our family who might love us and have an element of wisdom to give us. We're more likely to bypass that for the words coming out of the doctor's mouth. These people that wear white coats, or the pharmaceuticals. And there's evidence of this, because if you go into most people's houses, I'd say at least 95% of us have got some sort of pill or pharmaceutical medicine in our cabinet, based on us trusting the words we've been told by the medical establishment. Now you may turn around and say, well, they're doctors, they know what they're doing, they've trained, such and such. But if you, first of all, ask yourself the question, who should know your body better than you? And even if you don't feel confident enough to know your body, or the creator that designed your body, then look at the track record of those that you trust in. Ask the question again, like DMX said, how could you encourage me and watch me put something harmful in my body when I trusted you? Now I'm wondering, shouldn't that be the same question we should be asking those who have almost a godlike status? And that might offend some people, but it's true, because the doctor bypasses everyone. He bypasses our parents. He bypasses pastors and imams and religious leaders. When he says it's okay, she, plus the pharmaceuticals, then it's okay. But we don't question it. But anyone else that comes with information that might not be in line with what the doctors or the medical establishment have said, then we question it. I remember I was watching, I can't remember who was saying it, but they was looking at the words pharmacy and they were breaking it down and saying that the root meaning is pharmakia. And when they broke it down even further, if I'm wrong, please correct me, but it has more than one meaning. One of the meanings of that is witchcraft or spellbound, illusion. But witchcraft was the main words that I got from it. I wonder, is that a coincidence when you think about how much power that the medical establishment have? I remember when my mum, she went many years in pain because of her trust in pharmaceuticals. And it got to the point where a lot of the damage had already been done. And she'd always say, my body doesn't feel right, it's in pain. And they'd always send her back, with more pills. And this used to infuriate me, man, until I had to take it upon myself to go with her to the doctors and demand some sort of, full examination, because, my mum knew her body. She knew something wasn't right. And they'd put her on a waiting list and say, we're going to do so. They'd do half examination and she'd still be coming back saying she's in pain. And it was hard because as much as I tried to help with, introducing herbs and, changing her diet, which she was very good at. She wasn't like some people who were just blindly following only what the doctor said. No, whenever I presented something to her in regards to herbs, diet, she'd always do it. And I think that was a beautiful thing, that she wasn't, once she realized that something was wrong, she was open to learning, to receive the information. But ultimately the damage had already been done, and it caught up with her and she transitioned. But the point I'm trying to make is, my mum is one of many other stories where they've trusted an entity, the medical establishment, because we assume they've got our best interests at heart and that they care. But it's a reality that is still ongoing. And like DMX said, why would you encourage me to put something in my body that's hurting me, destroying me? And it's a question that we really need to ask, because we're not at a place now whereby, gone are the days where just because someone wears a white coat, we can think that we can trust them. Just because we see the word expert or, latest figures or survey says this or research, we're not in that time anymore. There's a lot of wisdom in what DMX was saying. And it's sad because he had to learn it at such a young age. And in truth, black people, red people, brown people, we should know this better than anyone else, because our relationship with the medical establishment has never been a good one. We've always been used for experimentation and for outright genocide. But now it's engulfed the whole world, all colours. So this is no longer exclusive to one set of people. But the question has to be asked again. No longer, why would you encourage me to put something in my body that isn't good for me? Now the question is, how can we trust them? Now this isn't an attack at any particular person or situation, but it's just putting out the importance of us asking a question. Particularly for our children, man, because they're looking to us. And if we're not trying to make the effort to, to really look into what was coming to us through the media, again, who lie, and through the government, again, who lie, in regards to our health and our well-being, then our children don't stand a chance. But anyway, man, just want to say, brother DMX, you did your works, man. Rest easy, man. And history will bear witness that the pain that you went through, others will draw something from it that will help them along the way. Yeah, man. Platinum bearded dread. Yeah, man.